What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Recovery, where we usually talk about recovery from addiction, and I share my life. But today, our video is going to be a little bit different today. So, yes, last night, you guys, I missed the Mat support group. I'm so sorry. As you can see, I did upload my son's graduation for all of my loyal subscribers to see. Hey, Deidre. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something because I'm a huge YouTube watcher, right? I watch YouTube a lot. Hey, Clancy, what's up, baby? And so I'm really involved. Like, hey, Amy. Hey, Jamie. Yay, everybody's coming. All right, come on in, you guys. I'll wait till y'all get here. So I'm a big YouTube watcher, you guys. I don't just, I'm a part of the YouTube community. I love watching YouTube videos. Hey, Irish Dragon Lady, what's up, girl? Tell Reaper Man I said hey, too. I'm sure he's right there with you, huh? Oh, I used to love watching Roseanne back in the Disney when I was probably like 12 or 13, I think, maybe. Sorry I look so... I just got off work. I had to go in for a little bit, and, I had to go in for a little bit and, do some work because, it's Mother's Day. And I needed to make sure that the cards were all out. So I just got done watching Petty Page's video. How many of you guys watch like beauty gurus and YouTube drama channels too? I love the Cosby Show too. I love the Cosby Show. Yes. And all these things that happen with all these people, you guys, overlay. I'm trying to do Avalon's YouTube channel for her. Okay. So, yeah, James Charles just lost. Do not display the number of people's group. There we go. James Charles just lost 1 million subscribers, you guys. And you know what? Here, we're going to learn from this because what happened with James Charles and Tati was James didn't have any loyalty. And that's what happened. So I'm going to share with you guys, if you don't have a YouTube channel, it's kind of hard to understand. But on YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel, you guys, there's people out here that are operating and they have absolutely no loyalty to anyone. That's not how I am. I have loyalty to people that I interact with and that I become friends with. And so just imagine, okay, so let's say use Jason as an example because Jason has a channel, These Four Walls, and I'm his sponsor and he's my sponsee, but also we're very, very close, you guys. And so I'm going to take Jason as an example. And so Jason's James Charles and I'm Tati. Okay, imagine if Jason was out there making videos and taking deals with treatment centers that I don't support. Treatment centers that are just in it for the numbers and the PPOs, right? The insurance policies. And so for me, you guys know that I want you to go to a good treatment center, somewhere you're going to be safe, somewhere where it's not just about the money. And so same thing with Tati and James Charles is Tati has Halo Beauty and she's got this vitamin supplement, right? And James and her were best friends, you guys. And he went behind her back and went and did a brand deal with Sugar Bear Hair. And just like Tati said in her video, that was planned for him to have Sicko. These influencers, you guys, the deals that they get, once you get over a certain amount of subscribers, you guys, brands start approaching you to do deals with them, whether it means being a BoxyCharm affiliate, whether it means working for the Ipsy, whether it means it could be for me as an influencer in the recovery community. I could influence you guys on what treatment you choose. And I could, now I don't have anything like this, but what I'm saying is treatment centers eventually will start reaching out to people like me and other people who have a following in the recovery community. I've seen it time and time again. And they reach out to these people and they give them jobs as marketers. And what that means is they are to represent their treatment center and market it to you, the addict, and get you to come to that treatment center, right? And a lot of the times, though, they're private paid or insurance only. And so that's what that is, okay? But that's what happens in the beauty community is when the people start getting bigger, they start getting these deals. And James Charles just sold his soul to the devil for a little bit of cash. I mean, the way Tati was talking about it, he's got $1 million something in his bank account. And he's what? 20? And very greedy. And but I'm going to tell you something, you guys. I was subscribed to James, and I'm subscribed, but I started getting this, like, I thought he was entitled, and he acted very snotty a long time ago. Let's think. You remember back when he was on Twitter and he talked about getting Ebola because he was going over to a foreign country. And then there was that time, and then I knew all about that scandal with the ring light. I just feel like he's very manipulative, and he will do anything to make some money. And then he's got his mother going online, liking all his tweets, and Tati was like a mother to him. She stuck her neck out. She had him on her channel when nobody else would. You know, when everybody else saw him as competition, she opened her arms and said, "Come on in." I've had experiences with that whenever I like open my heart to someone, and then it just like they ended up just like being just not cool, you know. And online it's cutthroat like that, you know. That's how people act. Now, I don't act like that. That's what I'm saying. And I know you guys know that. But I have encountered some girls who, like, I really wanted to do a collaboration with them, you know, or I was like, "Hey, I really love your videos." And they almost as competition, like I'm competition, you know. Hey, King Lazy, welcome to the chat. And it's crazy, you know, because it's just so competitive in whatever community that you're in, whether it be the beauty community, the prison community, because, you know, you guys, I have been dabbling and going back and forth between the recovery community and then the prison, the people who are from getting out of prison that have channels. And I love like making videos. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Jamie. Hey, Mary Beth, how are you doing, girl? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you got my message on Twitter. I've been worried about you. It's just like if we could all like be kind and like help each other. There's so many people that watch YouTube. Y'all know that there's enough subscribers for everybody to have a lot of subscribers. And so when I see this, oh, you're okay. You come on in. I'm a recovering drug addict, and I've been sober for 4 years. I'm on Suboxone, and I'm tapering, actually. You guys, I go to the doctor on Thursday, and I'm going to probably go down 2 milligrams. And so I'm super excited to tell you guys about how that goes. And, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I want to make this a successful taper. So, but when I see, I know I can relate to Tati and how she felt, you guys, about her and James's relationship, because she really, really cared about him. And that's how, I want y'all to know that it's not just like that in the beauty community. It's a dog-eat-dog world. And people are constantly competing. That's why when I can find somebody who is like, if somebody asks me, "Hey, Nicole, can we do a collaboration, or can you share my video on your community tab?" I always, if I agree, if my values are in line with what their content is about, or if their content is like something I can get behind, right? They're not just on online doing horrible shit. Then I will share their stuff, or I will shout them out in my videos, right? Because that's what there should be no reason not to. But it's so hard, you guys, to get anybody to recognize you or do those kind of things with you. So when Tati opened up her arms and gave James a chance on her channel when nobody else knew who he was, I mean, I can totally see why she is hurt. And I would be hurt too. And I also understand why she's separating herself from him. Because it's sad that his sexual behavior is being brought into all this, but he is so like open about how he is. And so being gay, so many people are gay. Some of my best friends are gay. No big deal. It's the like attacking straight men. It's the trying to make straight men have sex with you. Or it's harassment. It's sexual harassment, you guys. Hey, George, can you imagine being a straight man and having some 19, 20-year-old kid harassing you, telling you that you're gay, that every straight man has a little bit of gay in him? I know. And must be so uncomfortable, Don't do that. Mary Beth, that's exactly what me and Jason were talking about, because Jason is gay, and I called him and we were talking about it, and he said the same thing. Deidre, can you imagine sitting at the dinner table with them and being there, a fly on the wall? That's the thing, though. Do y'all understand? Like, he is so rich. He has millions and millions of dollars. His parents are probably kissing his ass. Do you know what I'm saying? And so the parent-son relationship, it's not there anymore. James is running the show. His parents don't have no control over him. Not that they could, because he's an adult, but there's no respect there. You guys, I would never talk about sucking dick in front of my dad. And I am married and have a husband. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just so inappropriate. That makes me wonder, what do they allow him to do in their house? That makes me question, it's really weird. It's really weird. So I was watching that last night, and then I started realizing that his subscribers were going bloop, 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 bloop. I don't think my mom would slap the hell out of me. I know, Jamie, right? I don't think, you guys, and here's the thing, like, all James had to do was reach out to Toddy and be honest and say, you know what? I took the Sugar Bear hair deal. I shouldn't have done it, and I'm so sorry. That's all he had to do. But he let his pride and his ego get in the way. You see, guys, like, even in recovery, we can learn from this situation, okay? No one likes to be in confrontation. Nobody likes to get called out. But when you're in a relationship with someone who cares about you, like Toddy cared about James, and that person is hurt, and they're trying to say, look, wake up, you've changed, I'm worried about you, I care about you, I love you, right? All James had to do was admit that he made a mistake and that he was sorry, and their relationship could probably been repaired, you know what I mean? But instead, he let his pride and that money get in the way. That's my big thing with James. He will not own his mistakes or lies, even when he is literally backed into a corner. Exactly. You know who he kind of reminds me of? The Rewired Soul. I feel like the Rewired Soul was the same way whenever he was backed into a corner. And that's that pride, you guys. Pride and ego. Listen, I've had people call me out and say things about me that weren't even true, right? And then even when they did that, I still took responsibility and said, is there anything I can do to make it better? I'm sorry. I apologize. I want to be better. I want to do better. I own my mistakes. Even, you guys, I've owned mistakes that I haven't even done. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes all it takes is just letting it go. Letting it go. You know, and so, honestly, it shows a lot about Sugar Bear approaching him knowing he was close to Toddy. Deidre, these brands do not give a damn, girl. Do you know how much money these influencers are making? And I'm telling you guys, mark my words. I will keep y'all in on this all this. If you are watching a YouTuber and they do any sponsored content, whether it be, like I said, the makeup YouTubers, BoxyCharm, Ipsy, Tom Ford, whatever it is, any lifestyle fitness things, they're getting over $2,000 to $5,000 to do those videos. Do you understand that? These videos, they're making hella cash. Hella. If someone approached me, we're going to talk about this. If a treatment center approached me and they said, hey, Nicole, we know you have a channel about recovery and we love what you're doing. We would like for you to be one of our ambassadors, a representative of our treatment center. So that way, if you have anyone you think that would be a good fit here, you could share our treatment with them, right? Our treatment center. And I would say, well, I need to go to your treatment center and see what it's all about. And I also need to know that you don't just do insurance and private pay, that you also take people, you know, or scholarship people when you can. And then I would see if I believed what their treatment model was. And if I did, then I'd say, okay, I can represent your treatment center, right? I'll talk about it, or I'll put it in the description box of my video, whatever. And then that treatment center would pay me whatever X amount of money to do that. That's what happens, because there's value in me being on here sharing my experience about recovery, right? And so even though I'm just in recovery, I'm not like a makeup person, there's that influence there, right? Okay, so these influencers and people like me, people like James, I don't consider myself an influencer. I consider myself just like a recovery YouTuber. But in the business sense, they do. It's an influence. So they are getting so much money, you guys. And so when you're watching these people and they're telling you how great this is, or how great that is, or buy this, or buy that, I always want you guys to take into consideration that they're being paid to tell you that. Okay? So be careful. On Facebook, if you're in a bunch of recovery groups on Facebook, you guys, watch out on Facebook. There are a lot of recovery marketers on Facebook. They are people just like me, and they work for the treatment center. And their job is to recruit people to come and go to that rehab. So they're out in all these groups trying to find addicts. Hey, you need treatment? Hey, you need treatment? Hey, you need treatment? You got insurance? You got insurance? And that's how it goes. But see how money is great. I would love to make a living off of helping others like this, right? But you have to have like a clear cut, you have to have ethics and boundaries, and you have to, I believe in helping the people that can't get any help. Because that was me one time, so whenever I can do something for somebody else that doesn't have shit, I mean, that's what I want to do, And I think that what has happened with James and Toddy, I think what has happened with James is James has forgotten where he came from. And that humility has just drifted away. And now, you could just imagine having unlimited amount of funds in your bank account, you guys. How would you feel? How would you feel if you had unlimited amount of money? Right. Don't just do it for money, right? And so, I'm telling you guys, I love doing what I'm doing over here on my channel. I love doing my Patreon. I love doing all of it, right? But, like I said, you just got to be careful. You got to be careful, and you got to be true and honest, and transparent, because that's what people want. Okay, cool, girl. What? So, yeah, 1 million subscribers down. I'm going to go in here and look and see if there's any more gone. Let's go to his social blade, okay? He started having yes people surrounding him before he learned a lot of life lessons. Absolutely. I honestly do think he was already in the habit of lying and manipulating others before he became YouTube famous. Yeah, I do too. You know, and I think that his relationship with his parents is questionable also. I think that has a lot to do with the way he is that relationship with his family. And he strikes me as a kid who was raised up with a silver spoon in his mouth. He strikes me as a kid who's never wanted for nothing. Right? It's right past 1 million. He started his career with a lie. Yes, he did. With that ring light lie. Oh, this is so crazy. Oh, God. On 5/11, he lost 598,345 subscribers. So that's $36,000 that he just lost, or yeah. Well, it says 330K. Can you imagine that? What was the ring light lie? Okay, so when he went into high school for his high school graduation pictures, exactly, Irish. That's exactly what it is. Spoiled little. Okay, so it was high school graduation, and somebody help me. Was it that he took the ring light and tried to have the ring light? He went to have a picture and he said the light wasn't good enough. And so he said that he brought his ring light, but he really didn't. What he had done was photoshopped the picture. Right, guys? Right? Anybody else know the story on that? And so what he did was he lied. He lied and made it sound like he was like, oh yeah, and I just brought my own ring light. And so that's how he like built his whole following, right? But he really didn't bring his ring light. He just photoshopped the picture. That's why the light was blinging so much. He claimed he used a ring light. However, he edited it. Yes, there we go. And he still has never admitted it. Wow, that's crazy, dude. Y'all, this just cracks me up. Like, I know he's young, you know what I'm saying? That's what I keep on. Just like when I was, sorry, I'm looking at my hair because it's like knotted up right here. When I was watching Tottie's video yesterday, I was like, first of all, I was like totally agreeing with everything she said about him being young and just thinking that he would improve, right? Thinking that he would change. But when you don't have anybody correcting your behavior, you're not going to change. It's kind of like us drug addicts, okay? Okay, so let's think about it. If we're continually getting high, okay, and we're not having any negative consequences, nothing bad is happening, right? It's just we're just getting high all the time and having fun. But nobody's like, we're not getting in trouble, we're not getting pulled over, the police isn't getting us, our families don't care. Then we're going to continue getting high because there's no correction there. Other people called him out on it with receipts, text proof. Yes, this is a long time ago, before the Ebola scandal. Yes, before that. And so, you guys, like, he has no one to correct him. I mean, his mom is going on Instagram and liking all the comments that are in favor of him. Like a little teenage girl. I mean, he's what, 20? So she's got to be like 48. You know, it's like, girl, get off the internet and get your son. But like I said, he's making millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. So Tottie she just showed her true colors, which is a good thing, of that she is for real. She's not just in it for the money, okay? She's not just trying to like get rich fast. You know, she's really trying to help people, and she really loves what she's doing. Yeah, I think he is cute too, Jamie. Team Tottie, Zoe, yes, we are too. We're Team Tottie too, girl. He really has, Mary Beth. He has totally stayed in the spotlight with just stupidness. And she also touched on him, oh wow, what's that little bug? She also touched on him doing trying to make that documentary. Remember, he was like, I want to do a Netflix documentary, and I want to talk about exposing the beauty community. And then Marlena Stell from Makeup Geek, remember? Netflix approached her and wanted her to do a video with them, to do a documentary with them about the beauty community. Okay, and James was jealous that they picked Marlena and not him, right? And he was tweeting at Netflix, like, you should have chosen me, blah, blah, blah. And so Marlena Stell tweeted about him yesterday on Twitter. She's the owner of Makeup Geek. And she was talking about how she was so proud of Tati for finally speaking out, right? Yes, always had bad vibes from James, but never expected it to be this bad. So I did too. I feel like he has just always been so entitled. Like, almost like too good. Like, he was that kid in school that was like too good for us. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't hang out with us. That's how he acts to me on YouTube. Yeah, he has awesome content. Like, I really think that his ideas and his videos are great. But are they his, or is it like his management? You know what I mean? But he keeps going to bat with older people like Marlena, okay, from Makeup Geek. And then what about the man Kevin James Bennett, the makeup artist who's got like 20 years experience doing makeup, right? And James is always going, popping off to Mr. Kevin. And Kevin was like, listen, I paved the road for little shits like you to come behind me. Okay, so you need to know your place. And so in the beauty community, it's like the makeup artists that are certified makeup artists, there's a difference, I feel like, between them and then the YouTubers who become famous because they like to do makeup on YouTube, but they're not makeup artists. And I feel like there's a divide between those two different groups of people, the influencers and the makeup artists. You know, and then you have makeup artists that are also influencers. But what I feel like James does is he doesn't know that there's a seniority to things. Like, these are your seniors. They are making the way so that way you can be a makeup artist and have a channel and do all these things. But you're going to come on YouTube and disrespect your elders. Sit down, shut up, and know your place. He's pretty creative, but he took some ideas from some drag queens and such. The series he did with his brother, he didn't credit it until he was called out for it. Oh, maybe this will help him grow up, but doubt it from his Snapchat this morning. Zoe, what did his Snapchat tell? What happened on his Snapchat? Damn it. I'm behind. So listen to me. His best bet is to shut up. Do not do anything. If he does, don't do anything. Shh. He could go and put out a, like, typed up apology, but I wouldn't even come on camera, because no matter what he does, you guys, he acted like this Tati situation was something he had to deal with. Oh, hell no. Tati better stay away from him. She better not take him back into her life. Pretty much referred to Tati as something to handle, rolled his eyes and slapped his leg. Oh, hell no. You see what I'm saying, you guys? Like, that, Tati put her neck out for him, and he has no loyalty. What a flip-flopper. I would be, if that happened to me, and I put my neck out for somebody, and they treated me like that, oh, y'all better know I'd be up on their front door whooping their ass. Ugh. See what I'm saying, though, you guys? Like, no respect, no appreciation, no loyalty, nothing. That, and listen to me, don't get offended, some of my younger generation kids that watch my channel. But the way I was raised, I'm 37 years old. Loyalty, respect, and honor. Honor your elders. Respect them. Okay? Loyal to your friends. Okay? Be loyal to the people that are in your life. Don't slide back and forth, right? I don't like people who try to be neutral, okay? I think that's like a slimy way of just trying to be like Switzerland. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I don't want so-and-so not to like me, Or I don't want that person to not want me. No, bye. Loyalty and respect are two of the most important qualities. I know, Mary Beth.
Please scare me out of the hiccups.
Okay, come here. Did that scare you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I still have them.
Oh, I know, right? So, I really honestly think that it's a generational, like, I think it's a way that people are raising their kids now. And I also feel like it's also like the background that he comes from. Like I said, I feel like he's very privileged growing up. And when you go through life, you guys getting everything that you've ever wanted, when people try to tell you you can't have something, you're going to throw a fit like a little baby, like James Charles does. Every time something doesn't go his way, he tweets or throws a fit. That's because he's never had anyone hold him accountable or tell him no. You know, Tati, on the other hand, grew her channel from the very bottom. She had nothing. She didn't have a camera. She didn't have a computer. I respect the hell out of her, because look at me. I'm over here recording on my phone. Hey, Fresh Fruits, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Stay for a while. Yes, I'm telling it like it is. And James did so well blowing up on social media. A lot of people were impressed and kissing his butt. Okay, so Annie, that's what happens. And he is also, what he has done is he is appealing to the younger crowd, okay? Like, I'm 37. A lot of you guys are the same age as I am or older, right? And so he also has this younger generation of people that are following him, that are looking up to him, and they're just like we said with YouTube, that cancel culture, right? I'm 25 and I do believe in those things. A lot of people my age are very entitled as well, but when I see people younger than myself, I see a huge jump in the amount of entitled feeling. It's scary. It really is, Amy, and that's why, like, with me being 37, I look back and I see, because listen, I think social media has a lot to do with it, you guys, because our children are growing up on social media, okay? Like, okay, so for instance, I'm going to use my son as an example. My son watches this channel on YouTube, right? And it's called Ryan's Toy Review. And this little boy, Ryan, has every toy you could ever imagine. And so, you know what happens, don't you? My son wants every toy that he can imagine. And then my son comes and tells me to go to Walmart.com, just like Ryan from Ryan's Toy Review tells him to go to Walmart.com. And so, yes, Mary Beth. And so what happens is, I feel like what I've been trying to do is, like, right now, Nate and Ashlyn are having their rainy day activities, and they're playing, but they're not on the phones. They're not on the TV. They're not watching YouTube. And so I feel like when our kids are getting up into their, like, tweens, like 12, 11, 13, they are watching and seeing so many of these influencers like James Charles, and they want to emulate. They want to be like them, right? They want to hit it big on YouTube and be a overnight YouTube sensation, because you see all these people who come up on YouTube, and they do amazing. They're overnight YouTube sensations. Joanna Sedia, okay, what about her? She just 3 million subscribers, and I subscribe to her. Little girl is amazing. She paints and does all kinds of amazing talent things. She's a swimmer, but she's like doing stuff with her life. Do you think that when she was younger, she was sitting at home watching YouTube videos? No. Her parents had her painting paintings out in the swimming pool, doing all kinds of stuff like that. That's why she's able to be successful, you know, but we're sitting here on social media all day, and our kids are sitting on social media all day, and they're just going to copy others. My little brother's 13, and he's at that age where he wants to be a YouTuber. I'm not having any of it. He needs to focus on his education first. So, exactly. Okay, so that's what's happening, you see? And so, for me, as an old woman, making videos, this is like my hobby, right? I do this because I have a job and I have a son, and I love coming on here and talking with you guys about, you know, recovery from addiction and then current stuff that's going on YouTube. But with our kids and the kids that have been growing up in the last 12 years, right? 10 years, even maybe longer than that, the social media is really, really influencing them. Y'all know we're ghetto rigged over here. No, I don't know who the assistant is, but I'm going to go look right now, Mary Beth. So, I mean, I'm even telling myself, you guys, like, I've got to do better. You know, I don't want my son to grow up and be a miniature James Charles, because that's what will happen if we allow social media to raise our children, right? And I'm sure he went to school and made like all kinds of great grades because he's a smart kid. But now it's like he has so many people in his life who are just telling him it's okay and yes, and he's so amazing, that he has no sense of reality. Do you understand that? He is out of touch with reality. He is a celebrity. He just went to the Met Gala. They invited James Charles to the Met Gala. Okay? He is 19, 20 years old. He's out of touch with reality. Us normal folks, us folks who are working a 9 to 5, paying bills, have kids, you know, you young people who are in college, barely being able to pay for yourself something to eat because you got to pay your tuition. James Charles don't even understand. He's out of touch with reality, you guys. Like I'm telling you, he needs a good grounding. He needs to be pulled down to lower level. His mom needs to step in, take a hold of his bank account, freeze it for a second, bring him home and say, "Listen, son, you're going to ruin your career. You need to sit down, shut up, and listen to what I got to say. And I'm going to help you get all this straightened out. But you need to understand that money's not what it's all about." See, it doesn't matter how much money James Charles has. People think he's a shitty person and he is unkind and snotty and entitled. Then guess what? Nobody's gonna want to watch him, right? I thought James' apology wasn't genuine. If you watched it, his mouth is curving up at the edges the whole time. I know. I saw that. And I also felt like he was like squinting, like he was reading something. It was very strange to me. But here's how I feel about it. Any apology that comes out that quickly, I feel like it's just like, I feel like sometimes we need to sit and think about things before we put them out, right? But he just really needs someone to step into his life. You know what would be good for James Charles? It would be good for him to go out, and he needs to go and like be around people that don't have anything. Be around people who are struggling to pay their bills. Be around recovering addicts like us who are trying to stay sober and do the right thing every day, right? And just have a reality check, because really his life is so amazing, right? And the only reason it's like that is because of what? His subscribers. Those are the people who make him his money, right? If nobody's watching him, you guys, then he's not going to be relevant. But that's what we do. We all go over there and watch him, and we're giving him our support by watching him. That's the best thing you can do if you want to like not support somebody on YouTube, is to stop watching their content. Stop going over to their channel, right? I'm going to start watching Tati's videos, and I'm going to give her all my views, because I have so much respect for her, and I really do feel for her. Like, I know what that feels like to be used, because that's what happened. James used her as a stepping stone to get to the top. Sad. I'm 19 and getting an education to fall back on. I got rid of my social media because it was too toxic. Yes, my generation is honestly delusional sometimes. Fresh fruits. It is a popularity contest. That's exactly what I was saying. Even here on YouTube, for like me, that's what it's like. It's like, and I'm not competing with anybody but myself. Like, I feel like I want to do better than I did yesterday, but that's because I've got to an age where I'm confident in myself. I don't feel like, nobody can be who I am. I'm me, right? I'm unique. I'm special. Some other girl, she's not going to be Nicole, and so I know my value today. But when I first started getting sober, you guys, I didn't know who I was. And so I can't even imagine what it would be like to be young in this world where social media is so important to everybody, and have all these people who you feel like you have to be better than, or you feel like you aren't good enough, right? I know that when I first started making videos, I would see other girls in their channels and they would be so pretty and so skinny and so perfect. And it really made me think, I'm not going to be like that. You know, that's not how I am. I am very rough around the edges. I come on a live stream. I don't plan it. I just come on here and talk with y'all. And this is just my life. And I really value other YouTubers who I can connect with, who are just very just raw. I like the reality of just sitting here and talking with someone, or doing laundry like we do sometimes, or going upstairs and doing my makeup and talking. Like, it's really important to me to be just a regular person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my regular life. Like, I'm not putting on no airs. I'm not trying to, you know, this is my life. I got the kids over here playing, and we're just doing our thing. But, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about James Charles. I think that he just needs a real big fat reality check, you know. And, shoot, if they want to hire me, I'll go over there and do it for them. I'll reality check them. So, anyways, I love you guys. I'm going to jump off here and charge my phone up a little bit. And I'm not spring cleaning, but I'm kind of cleaning around the house. I just got done vacuuming and mopping. And if you're new and you're not a subscriber of my channel, come over and subscribe. Hang out with us. I'm a recovering opiate addict and methamphetamine addict. I've been sober for 4 years, you guys. And I love my life today. And I try to spread a message of hope and share with you guys my recovery. So, yeah. I love you guys. Thanks for coming over and hanging out with me. And, I don't know. I'll probably be on in another couple hours. What time is it? It is 12:40. Okay. So I'll come back on. Let's do it at 3 o'clock, you guys. So give me about 2.5 hours and I'll be back. Okay. I'm going to set a reminder over on my community tab and we'll chop it up some more. Okay. Love you.